Alright, we're back for episode 4. It's gonna be Yela's episode, and I've got some things to tell you about. First of all, everyone is level 12, which is great, and even more so than that, everyone has a helmet, finally. These two guys got their leather caps, and their leather gloves, and their copper armlets, which is huge. I was able to get enough money for it. And we also got some new magic. Obviously, Block has nothing. Risa didn't get anything new. But Grok got the level 3 heal, which heals everybody in the party for a little bit, is what it says. However, I've used it, and it heals just as much as Cure does, but for everyone. Which makes sense, because it's a level 3, but that is incredibly strong, and that's going to help us survive for a lot longer on our longer journeys, which is really good. Yela also doesn't have anything because spells cost a lot of money. We've got 800 gil, so we should be able to buy something soon. And I found something. That is going to be our goal to beat this episode, or at least explore a little bit of. So, obviously we've been through all these areas, but I found a Marsh Cave. If we travel to the left and go around the mountains and down, you get into this little marsh area that I found when I was trying to get some XP and some money. And in the very bottom, there's a hole that you can go into, and that is the Marsh Cave. So this episode, we're going to try and take on the Marsh Cave. And if we can do that, then maybe we try and go north above the Marsh Cave and see what's up there. I presume we can't get back to the Cornelia area because there's a mountain blocking the way. And I know that we can't go to the right because there's a mountain blocking the way. However, we could go back up to Provoca and travel south through the mountains and try and weasel our way into that area. There is also a port that leads out to the ocean to the south of Provoca, but there's one much closer that leads out to the ocean in Elfheim, literally right below us, so that's good. And there's this whole thing to the right of us that we can actually go through with on the boat, through the rivers, I think. I could be wrong, maybe they're too thin or there's no entrance, but I think we can go through the rivers and end up in the same kind of area if we go through there as well. The only problem, I don't think there's any good spot to get out of the boat. So I think we're probably going to avoid the rivers for now at least. I don't see any docks there, so we'll probably explore the marsh, and if we have time, explore north from there. And then after that, we'll try and explore to the southeast of Provoca and see what's going on in that area. But for now, let's just focus on the Marsh Cave. I'm also realizing that it tells us how many chests are in these areas. Apparently there's 13 chests in the Chaos Shrine. I definitely did not explore the Chaos Shrine. I literally walked in, fought the boss, and left. So, knowing that there's 13 chests there, we're definitely going to have to go back there at some point. Maybe after the Marsh Cave, we make that our next objective. Oh, and there's 4 in the Elfin Castle, but I'm presuming they're all locked away inside of that room that we need the Mystic Key for. So we're going to take on the Marsh Cave. Hopefully we can find a way to wake up the king there. And then we'll be good. I also encountered some new enemies. I'm going to try and just use regular attacks for now because I'm presuming there's going to be a lot stronger enemies in the cave. But I encountered a ogre general, which was basically just an ogre, but he was green and maybe he was a little stronger and did more damage, but it wasn't by much, so it wasn't really a problem, and I was able to kill him pretty easily. But in the swamp was where there was more interesting enemies. I encountered a werewolf, which, you know, in reality was just a little bit stronger version of the wolf, but it still looked pretty cool. He was green, he had glowing eyes, that's awesome. But because I encountered the werewolf, I'm presuming that there's definitely going to be a lot more new enemies that we're going to be encountering inside of the Marsh Cave. So we're probably going to have to save up our magic specifically for this. And you know what? Actually, there was one more enemy that I encountered. I encountered like 4 of them together. Oh, I've never seen this enemy before. Hopefully he doesn't have poison, because that could be problematic. I'm fine with taking 1 damage. I'm happy with taking 1 damage even. Just as long as he doesn't poison me, I'm happy. Okay, perfect. Poison is the worst. I did also stock up on some antidotes. I've got 8 antidotes and 8 potions, so we should be doing good. But I also encountered, I believe, I don't recall what they were called, but they were basically like zombies or something. So there is undead that we can actually do our undead attacks against. And apparently we can talk to the bat. He says Kiki. That's a pretty good movie. We like Kiki's Delivery Service. That's pretty cool. Green slimes. Okay. I'm going to try... Yeah, I'm not going to try anything. I think they're slimes. I feel like we should be able to just beat them. Oh, wow. Okay. Lesson learned. These guys do not take physical damage. We probably need to use magic on them. So, for him, I'm just going to tell him to defend. For you, I'm going to say use fire. Fire probably works well on them. Oh, we also got blind. I forgot. I decided to get this because I knew we were going into a cave, so I assumed there was going to be some dark type enemies. But we shall see. I'm going to actually tell you to defend as well, because you don't have any offensive magic. And you can use thunder on... We'll just use it on the same slime. If he dies, he dies, and if he doesn't, exact. Okay, perfect. 22 damage and he's still alive. Ooh, and we took poison. Okay, I'm gonna ask you to use an... And can I have you use an antidote on Risa? Probably not. So I'm gonna have you... I'm just gonna have him attack, whatever. And you can use the antidote. Oh, you can have him use it on other people. Okay, perfect. You use the antidote on Risa. Risa... I feel like I want to save my magic. But... I'm just gonna use fire, it's fine. It doesn't matter. Nothing... It shouldn't be that much of a problem. We've still got plenty of magic on other characters, and then we can just have everyone else defend. Immediately uses fire. Please use the antidote on Risa. Oh, brother. That's fine. I can still use it out here. Just need to make sure to not walk around. Because the second I start walking, she's going to take a ton of damage. Okay, perfect. That is a little bit problematic. We're going to have to be very careful, knowing that we can get poisoned. This takes us further down. I feel like... these guys have got to be undead. Surely these guys are undead. I am going to use Dia. And hopefully that works, and I'm also going to use sleep on them. Oh wow, 107 is so good. Dia? 87? Oh wow. Okay. I'm glad that we have Dia. It is very specific, but that was an amazing amount of damage to do to AoE enemies. That's actually huge. Gray Ooze, I'm going to assume... we need to use magic for. We used her magic last time, so this time we're going to use his magic. We'll use thunder. Oh, you know what? Actually, oh, this color slime isn't resistant to physical. They're probably resistant to magic. Interesting. So I'm going to have to keep remembering the different types of colors. This guy, the gray ones are the good ones, because we can just slap them with a bunch of physical damage. Those are the best kind, because we don't have to worry about our mana consumption. But the green ones are definitely problematic. I'm trying to look at the map. Okay, so there's a route down and a route up. We're definitely going to go down, because we're closer, and we can just explore up after the fact. Shadows. Now, I don't want to waste magic on just 2 of them, so I'm just going to use physical attacks, and hopefully that's enough to kill them. It should be... Okay, perfect. They didn't get a single attack on us yet. That's really good. And Block is actually about to level up. I should honestly try and use my single heals while I have the chance. Cave Marsh, B2. Okay. We gotta make sure to talk to all the bats. Kiki. And these are the werewolves that I was talking about. Oh, he tried to flee immediately, but he failed. Oh, they can heal. Interesting. I'm just gonna spam attacks on these guys, and it should be more than enough. Okay, I should have actually split up the 2 attacks between the 2. Because we did way more damage to one than the other, but it didn't matter anyways. Oh, and I forgot to heal, of course. I want to heal before we end up in a fight with something more dangerous. It feels kind of stupid talking to every bat, but I also feel like one of them is going to say something crazy. I am definitely going to focus all the damage on the Black Widow, because that thing almost assuredly has poison, and I want to get rid of it as soon as humanly possible. Okay. Luckily, we didn't get poisoned by it. I'm honestly kind of surprised that the spiders aren't poisoning us more frequently, but maybe they just don't have poison. Potion, okay, that's convenient. Those guys are obviously undead, so we're going to focus our attack on the crawler, and then use Dia for undead. And that should hopefully kill all of them in one hit. Excellent, okay. I'm so glad that we have Dia. We would be doing so much worse without Dia. Oh, this is just a transition room, okay. Okay, so Grey Ooze is physical. We can focus everything on him. One physical attack should be more than enough, I think, and then we can do Black Widow. As for you, I guess we'll do the Grey Ooze just in case it doesn't die, and then we need to use the Thunder Magic on the green slime. Damn, this is interesting. I have to actually use my brain now. I don't know how I feel about using my brain. Not a big brain kind of guy. Not just kidding. I hope that we can just... Okay, never mind. We're gonna end up using the thunder. I was hoping that we might be able to just kill him with physical attacks before the thunder even goes off. But we were not able to. I keep hitting the wrong buttons. There's nothing up there. There's 2 chests here. Why would they even have that up there if there's nothing there? That's suspicious. And there's a route down here. I'm gonna go up first and see what's up there. And then we'll go and get the other 2 chests. I feel like suspicious. It shows the chests on the map, which is quite surprising to me. I didn't think it would actually show us the chests on the map. But then they've got just empty rooms. That's so peculiar. I guess we can kind of just ignore them? But, I don't know. It's making me suspicious. Hopefully we can kill all of these guys in one turn. Actually, are those goopy guys even on... Okay, yeah, no, they're definitely not dead. I didn't think they were, but now we know for sure, which is nice. We weren't able to kill him in one hit, which is unfortunate, and he did actually paralyze us. But I learned earlier that paralyzing does not go outside of the round. Like, they heal afterwards. I am also not going to use Cure, actually, because it'll waste my Dia moves. And I feel like Dia is just more important than Cure right now. And we can just wait until everyone's lower and just use the heal on everyone, and that'll help more. Well, it's gonna open all these doors just because I feel like I need to. 2 werewolves shouldn't be a problem. Oh, I should have split up my attack again. I keep doing that. I keep doing that. Oh, actually, that worked out perfectly. Okay, awesome. Gotta remember to split up my attacks when there's big, strong enemies, though. Because otherwise, I might hit someone down till they're like 1 HP and then hit them for like 80 more damage, and it's just so ineffective, or inefficient rather. Use fire on the top one. Actually, you know what? I'm gonna have them physically attack the bottom one, fire on the top one, and hopefully the physical attacks plus the thunder will be enough to kill the bottom one, because I know the thunder by itself probably won't be enough. Okay, that's actually perfect. We do like just enough damage to kill them with 2 physical attacks and the thunder. That's really good. Just contains a broadsword. That's probably worse than what we already have. Yeah. Well, actually, this seems pretty good. I thought we saw broadswords before, but I'm not sure. Let's see. Oh, that's why it's pretty good. She's got a broadsword. You can't use it, and you can't use it. Okay, that is fine though, because we can sell it for money still. So it's not completely useless. These ones are the worst, because those guys are like just way too tanky. The blob, goopy looking guys. Hopefully Dia goes off before Yela's attack. Perfect. I don't remember why I wanted that. Actually, I was hoping for Risa to attack before Yela, I think. I don't even know. I don't know what I was thinking. Either way, we passed it, and I'm glad that we didn't have to fight again, because Block being paralyzed and having to try and fight again with him paralyzed, just paralyzation sucks. Paralyzation is the worst. If we can avoid having to ever fight while paralyzed, it is just much, much safer. Because paralyzation is just definitely the worst thing that we've encountered so far, by a landslide. Now we have gotten all of the chests here. I'm gonna try and stop myself from caring about talking to all the bats, because I'm almost confident that that's not going to do anything for us. I'm curious. I'm willing to bet that Grok is going to do a lot of damage against these guys, because they're made of stone. And Grok does... Oh, actually, he didn't. I thought that blunt damage would be good. And obviously, Grok has a hammer. But no, he actually didn't do any more damage than usual. So I guess I shouldn't think too hard about the kinds of enemies that we're fighting, because sometimes it's just kind of random. He should be able to one-hit the Great Ooze. And then she should be able to one-hit the Black Widow, I think. And then we can just do the same thing before with the Thunder on the slime. Yeah, I think that's good. And then, obviously the slime's probably going to survive, but we should be able to kill it with physical attacks after the other guys are dead. So it should be fine. Uh-oh, that's not good. Okay, we're gonna attack physically. Oh god, this is actually a problem. We need to spend all of our physical attacks on that bottom green slime, or else he's gonna live. But I mean, we gotta use the antidote. We just need to. There's no question about it. Even if he lives one more round, we just need to. Okay, good. He actually did die, so nobody else is gonna get poisoned. Knowing that he can poison us does make me more nervous about him, because we only have so many antidotes. And so I'm probably gonna try and focus more on the green slimes from now on. We do have a big place here. Lots and lots of doors. Wow. Okay, I mean, I guess we just need to go through systematically one door at a time. We're probably going to check them all anyways, even if we do find the exit, just because, I mean, there's, you know, chests, and I want to open up all the chests. This does make me curious of where the other door goes. Like, if we had gone up instead of down at the start of the dungeon, where would we be at right now? I'm also going to try and split up damage a bit better, because focusing all my strong guys on enemies that have already been hit is probably not as good as just one hitting the stronger enemies and using the weaker two to take out the damaged enemies. We are all damaged enough for me to use heal, but I don't think it's going to come out in time. I'm pretty sure this enemy's going to die before he casts... Oh, actually, no, we did get it off, so everyone's going to heal 30-ish, which is excellent. Everyone's pretty high up now, except for Yela, but even they are pretty good, and we can use a potion if they get too low. That is a Phoenix down. That is specifically in this version of the game. I know that some items, including the Phoenix down, were added specifically in the later version, and that is, you know, I don't know, conflicting almost. I don't know if I should use them if I'm trying to get the real original experience, but I don't feel like I don't know. I feel like using a couple of extra new items isn't really going to take away anything from the game, so I'm honestly not that worried about it. I'm probably just going to use them if the time comes, just because I'm not that stressed about it. If anyone gets upset about it, that's alright. They can play the game themselves. I feel like the quality of life stuff isn't bad. I feel like we should be able to just use it freely. It's not much of a problem. Gargoyles did die pretty quickly, so I think we should be able to take this pretty well. They do a lot of multi-hit, which is problematic, but as long as we can kill them in the first couple of hits, we should be good. Oh wow, 33 damage to Grok. That is not good at all. We should be able to take him out right here and right now, though, so it shouldn't be too big of a problem. But yeah, Grok is pretty low. Still got over 100. So we're not stressing too much, but I think there's a run button, but I don't know what it is. I should check that. Scorpions are almost definitely gonna have poison, but I'm gonna stay and fight and see what happens. Hopefully they don't, but if we just all get poisoned here, we're gonna be screwed. Yeah, we're getting poisoned. And they're surviving our hits. Yeah, this is a tough spot to be in, to be honest. But we're gonna use Risa and Block to take out the two guys. Then we're gonna use Heal from Grok, and I'm gonna ask Yela to use another antidote on Block. Fortunately, Block is the best one to get poisoned. Bruh. I cannot believe they just ran away when they were on low health. That's crazy. Either way, we should all get pretty good heals, and we can get rid of the poison. And because they ran away, Block was able to kill the other Scorpion, which is good. We're in a good spot here, but it's still quite tough. Whoa, $1,000! Let's go. Would we take that? I'm going to actually make an executive decision and use one of our potions on Yela, because I'm just scared. I'm scared the Yela's gonna die. Grok should be fine for now. As long as nobody goes below like 70 HP, we should be good, because I've never seen anything do 70 damage before. I am curious what Echo Grass does. Cure Silence. Okay. That's good that we can use that. We've still yet to get Silence, but if anything ever silences Grok, we could be in a lot of trouble. I'm going to actually use... I'm just going to attack regularly, actually. I was thinking about using magic on one of the wolves, but I feel like it's just not worth it. Just on the off chance that one of the green slimes shows up, I feel like it's too risky. hoping that we can take out the green wolf with the weaker attacks and the blue wolf in the front, which we were able to, which is good. Hopefully, I mean, block should one-shot the werewolf in the back. Yeah, that's a lot of damage. We definitely were able to do that. And then we can split up the damage here. The top one's damaged more, so we'll focus more on the bottom one, but they should honestly both get one shot, yeah. Not too much of a problem there. Hopefully these I should not walk so far deep in when I'm checking for stuff. I kind of want to just flee, honestly. I don't vibe with the scorpions. Alright, here's what we're going to do. We're going to attack one each. And we're going to attack one each with the weaker attacks. So hopefully they will die in one round. And hopefully we don't get poisoned. Risa immediately gets poisoned as I say that, which is very unfortunate. We were able to take out one of the scorpions. But man, I'm going to have you attack the top one, which should kill. And I'm going to have you use an antidote on Risa. Hopefully she doesn't die. I'm going to have to use healing magic here. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I think we'll be fine if we attack the bottom one and we attack the top one. Then we use the heal on everyone, and we have you use the antidote on block, and I think that should kill everything and heal us all up. But hopefully we get the heal off before we kill. Oh my god. That did so much damage. It one-shot Yela. Okay, the scorpions are by far the hardest enemy to fight in the game. We do have a phoenix down, unfortunately, but we're going to need to be extra careful from now on because we just can't let anyone die. I'm going to use a potion on all three of them. I'm actually going to use 2 on Yela. And I'm going to have to be a lot more sparing with my heals on Grok, which is tough because we only have so many of them. And if we use them all, we're just going to be screwed. But we're going to have to do our best. I'm going to focus my attacks on the 2 gargoyles in hopes that they die both this round. Because if we can minimize the amount of damage we take overall, it's obviously going to be best for us. That one did survive, but we can use our team to focus on the bottom one, which hasn't been hit yet. And we should be able to kill them all here. He's going to do a bunch of damage to Grok. So we're going to need to heal the second we get into the next fight. And hopefully, we just got to pray that we don't encounter scorpions. Containing a cottage. Can I use that in here, actually? That would be huge if I could use the cottage. I cannot. I need to be outside. That's fine. I'm going to gamble. And I'm going to try and use her heal. Okay. This is not the worst possibility ever. We're going to use physical attacks, the Black Widow. We're going to have you use fire because we need to get rid of him immediately. We're going to use heal because we need it. And I'm going to use dark, actually, and hopefully that'll go off fast, and we won't have to worry about that so much. Because the less attacks we take, obviously, the better. Especially from the green slime. We do get the heal off, which is great. Grok has just made it to 100 health, which is good. Ooh. Okay, that's actually huge. We did get hit by the green slime once. But obviously, it didn't kill us, which is perfect. And then we can focus all of our damage on the remaining guys, which only do physical damage, and not that much. So we should be chillin'. This game is a lot more intense when you're getting blasted with poisonous scorpions. I'm realizing it's gonna be tough to get out of here. Copper armlet! No! I mean, this is great, but I just spent so much money in copper armlets for everyone. But, I mean, that's fine. We can still sell it for money. We can still sell it. But yeah, I'm realizing the further in we go, the harder it's going to be to get out of here. I'm honestly just going to flee. I just want to get out of here. Oh no, we are getting poisoned. Hopefully they all attack block. 3 of them attacked block, and he was the only one that got poisoned, which is amazing. Oh no. We just wasted a turn. That was a bad idea. I'm never gonna try and flee from strong enemies again. I think that's the problem, is that they're strong. I'm gonna obviously attack Scorpion. Try and split up our attacks a little bit. I am gonna need to heal. Oh, but Risa's so healthy. That's fine. We need to heal anyways. It doesn't matter. Actually, I'm gonna use Cure instead on Yela. And then I'm going to use Antidote on block. Because we haven't seen any undead enemies in quite a while. So I think we should be fine on that front. Unfortunately, Risa has taken a lot of damage. And we've got 2 people poisoned right now, which is obviously a huge problem. We should be able to take out 2 Scorpions this round, which is good. The question is, I mean, we have enough health to survive for now, and we only have 1 more heal. So I'm going to use antidotes first, and then we can heal next turn. Hopefully everyone survives. This is the lowest HP I've ever seen block get to, actually. This is very nerve-wracking for me. And then we just gotta pray. We should be able to at least kill the top Scorpion. But the bottom one may survive. Yeah, the bottom one's definitely gonna survive. Oh my god, the top one survived too. This is tough. This is very, very tough. Do we have any more healing magic? Oh, we do. I don't know why I didn't use it last round, but we do still have a heal. Hopefully we can all survive this. Please use your heal. No! Okay. We did survive though. And we're getting a lot of XP from these guys. I feel like there's obviously no way we're going to be able to make it through this entire place. I might go to that room right below us and then just beeline it out of here. Because pretty soon here, we're going to end up dying. There's nothing in there. I'm glad we were able to discover that. Okay, honestly, this is good. We can focus our physical attacks on them, and we still have 1 Dia. Then again, I mean, we need to use the Dia. I want to heal, but we need to use the Dia. And then I'll use him to attack the Blood Bones, which I'm hoping doesn't survive. But there's a very real chance that he survives this. The Dia attack. Wow, that did a lot of damage. Come on, use your Dia. Please kill the Blood Bones. Okay, he did survive, but with all of us attacking, we should be able to kill him before he strikes, yeah. Okay, Yela is also leveled up. I mean, we could keep going, but I feel like without the mana to keep using our healing spells, our potions are just not going to last us that long. And I feel like we need to just get out of here while we still can, because if we die, we're going to get sent back all the way. And it's better to just take what we've gotten, use our XP, use... I don't know what I'm talking about. But it's better to just take what we've gotten, use the, use the experience that we've gained from this, and just restock, resupply, heal up, and come back stronger. I also am realizing that I just forgot to use the heal attack because I'm a fool. But it is what it is. Hopefully we can... hopefully the enemies can survive long enough that we can actually get our heal off. No, that's fine. Still, our lowest is 59, which isn't that bad, and Block can tank damage the best, so he should be fine, even at 59. But it is nerve-wracking to have someone that low. We just need to get out of here. We just need to get out of here as soon as possible. We are out of Dia, which is obviously bad, but we can use heal. And I'm going to use Dark, and hopefully that'll prevent them from hitting us as frequently, and none of them got hit. It is unfortunate that none of them got hit, but I was able to one-hit that big guy, because we're doing so much damage now that we've leveled up enough. And one of them fleed, so we should be able to do pretty well. The skeletons are actually doing quite low amounts of damage, surprisingly. I thought that they would be doing a lot more. But I'm not complaining, I'm happy about it. The doors do close again, so I'm gonna have to memorize where we've been. Fortunately, this room is, you know, super easy. Just go to the bottom right, and we leave in the top left, which is good. But the room that we were just in, the one with all those doors, is gonna be quite hard to remember. Luckily, I was just doing a left and right pattern, so it's going to be pretty easy to remember. The first 2 rows are done. We just need to go to the 3rd row and start going right. We've already done the one to the left on the 3rd row, so that's all we need to remember. 3rd row, go right. Other than that, everything should be pretty easy to remember. We just need to go back the way we came. We have also not explored the top route, which is fine. I'm not really worried about that. We can explore that after we're done with the bottom route. But I'm kind of curious. While we're here, I feel like we might want to go up and just see what's there, because the enemies are a lot weaker here than they were on the 3rd floor. So I feel like we can get away with just a little bit of a peek. Also, I'm realizing these skeletons have extremely low HP, and they do not do, like, any damage. So we should actually not use Dia on them on our next run-through, and we should focus Dia on, like, the stronger enemies, like the Blood Bones and stuff like that. And then we should be able to survive a lot longer. Alright, I've made the decision. I am going to go up and just peek into that staircase and see what's in there. Just on the off chance that it's like one chest and nothing else. But if it's a... Oh! Antidote. We're using our last antidote. What even poisoned us? What were we fighting? Were we fighting spiders? Do spiders poison? They must just have low rate of poison. That's crazy. That is really unfortunate, actually. Luckily, these are the physical guys, so we should be able to take them out. Fighting the gray slimes is infinitely better than fighting the green slimes. I will fight 5 of these guys before I have to fight 2 of the green ones. Because the magic, the mana that we have is just so incredibly valuable. When you have to factor in that it's not only the attack magic, but the healing also costs the same amount of mana, and the AoE spells. Like, we have lightning and we have sleep. If we want to have sleep, we need to not use lightning, but lightning is just too good to pass up. This room is not very big. I'm honestly kind of tempted to explore part of it. Maybe I'll just check this room and then leave. Okay, I'll grab the chest and then get out of here. A dagger. You know, it's like they were listening to me when I said I didn't want to fight 2 green slimes. But we do still have Blizzard, actually. We have not used any Blizzard. We don't have any more healing, which is unfortunate. But we do still have a Thunder. Wait, I just did 50 physical damage. I wonder how I was able to do that when I was doing so little before. That's actually super confusing to me. I am actually going to go in here because I'm a sociopath. And now that I've come this far, might as well keep going. I'm going to try and just break them physically. I'll use... Oh, I ran out of Thunder. That's fine. I'm just gonna see. Yeah, only 3 damage. It must be based on the weapon. That's actually really good, though. If Block can do damage to them, because he, like... Oh... Maybe it's a luck-based thing? I'm honestly not sure what it is. I'm just gonna keep spamming attacks and see. Okay, so it must be luck-based. There must just be like a certain chance or something that you get off a good hit. 1,000 gil, that's actually great. That'll be... Just that in and of itself will be more than enough to get us healed up with a bunch of potions that we can buy. I'm going to try and focus all my physical attacks on the top one. Oh, and I'll use a Dark too, just to try and avoid them poisoning us. Hopefully the Blizzard will kill, but it probably won't. Oh, it actually did. As long as we don't get poisoned, I'm happy, because we do not have any more antidotes. I'm gonna have you use Blizzard on the bottom one. Hopefully it'll kill. And then I'll just physically attack the top one, because the Blizzard should kill the bottom one. We just need one person to get lucky enough to get a real hit on him. That's tough. Okay, huge. He didn't poison us, though. And if we just spam with physical attacks, he should die here. Yeah, especially with that luck. That's huge. We're so close to being done exploring this. There's probably a staircase in here. Oh, actually, there's not. I made a potion. I'm super glad we decided to come up here then. Because being able to just knock out little bottom area altogether is really convenient for us. I'm going to use Dark again. It's our last Dark. I think these guys are immune to Dark or something. Because they've never been hit by it, which is either I'm just getting insanely unlucky or they're just really... Like, they must have either a really high, like, dodging stat against that, or they're just completely immune. I'm not sure. But either way, I should stop trying to use it on the slimes, or at least the green slimes. Come on! Oh no! Oh, I shouldn't have done that. I should have just used magic. I don't know why I'm being scarce. Fortunately, we are leaving, so I think it's fine. Oh, we don't have any antidotes, do we? No, we don't. Remedy. I mean, I don't want to use the remedy. It costs so much. Wow, we have a lot of money. Okay, we're actually cruising right now in terms of money. I think we might just have to let her die, which really sucks. But she's got a lot of HP. She should be able to survive at least until we escape the dungeon. And then we can hopefully make it all the way back to town without her dying. As long as she doesn't get hit. Wow, they do crazy damage to the weaker enemies now. That's actually incredibly good. I will say, walking diagonally does help. Because you're going through 2 squares at once, technically. Fortunately, Risa is still alive, so we can use her fire magic. And you're completely out of magic, so we're gonna have to just pray that her fire magic one-hits the bottom slime. Okay, that's actually huge. We're completely out of magic, so we're gonna have to just start swinging and praying. It seems like the only person that can ever hit through it is Risa and Block, so I wonder if you need to have like a certain amount of damage before the game even like gives you the option of breaking through their defense. I also used a potion with Risa. I probably shouldn't have done that. I should have used somebody else to use the potion because you can actually have a chance of breaking through. I'm just gonna use potions on Yela and Risa and pray that they don't die, because I really don't want to spend... Well, one, I don't want to spend the funds on reviving, but two, and honestly more important than that, I don't want... I think I can flee from these guys. I think they're weak enough that I can just flee. I can. Okay, perfect. But yeah, more importantly than that, I don't want my team to become even more separated in levels. Now, I'm very strong at this point, so I think I'm able to just flee from everything. That's tough. Okay. Again, like I said, I don't want people to be too separated in levels. So I'm just going to try and flee from everything. And hopefully we don't encounter something that is going to not let us flee from it. I think the only thing that might prevent us from fleeing is like an Ogre Elite or an Ogre Chief or whatever they were called. Those guys seem pretty strong, so they're a little bit problematic. But other than that, we should be fine. We just need to get into town and buy an antidote. Buy a lot of antidotes, honestly, because poison is just the worst. We can also get some magic spells, some newer spells. We can afford some of the $2,000 spells now that we have so much money. But for now, I'm just going to res our people. I assume that they're not going to revive and still be poisoned, because that would be messed up. But let's see. Yeah, they're not poisoned, and if we walk, yeah, we can see we're not getting poisoned, which is really, really good. We're going to take a nap and heal everybody up. And we just need to get potions, get magic, and beeline it to where we left off in the dungeon. I think we can actually beat the dungeon, because we're a lot stronger now. Our levels are way higher. We're all at 14. When we started, we were only at 11. So we all have way more HP. We have way more magic points. We have way more money to buy more magic. And we have way more defense and attack. So we should be just all around significantly stronger. We don't have to spend as much time exploring, so we can just do a more direct path. And I think that we can also just immediately run away from the green slimes to try and avoid getting poisoned. We really shouldn't run away from the scorpions, because we're just not high enough level to be able to get away from them frequently enough. But we can get away from the slimes. We could probably also get away from the skeletons, so we don't have to waste our Dia on them. And we don't have to waste our antidotes. But we'll do a stock up, we'll spend some money next time, and then we'll try again. We'll do one more raid and see what happens. But you're going to have to wait for the next episode. We're going to end it there, because this is a long episode, and we did a lot this episode. This was honestly a lot of fun. I love the dungeon raiding aspect of this game. The open world exploring is pretty fun, but being able to go through the dungeon just felt so good. Using our items and our heals and like coordinating who's using magic on what. I feel like that is exactly what I wanted when I decided to play a game like this, like a turn-based type of game, because I've played like Pokemon before. But other than that, I've never played any games like this, and I love the concept of, like, splitting into roles of, like, you're the tank, you're, you know, the attacker, you're the mage, and you're the healer, or whatever kind of group you have. Here, we're a little bit unbalanced, because we've got one tank, and then 3 mages, pretty much. We've got 2 DPS, one's a tank, and one is a mage, kind of. They're like mixed roles. And then we've just got 2 mages. One heals and one, I don't know, does whatever. I guess status ailments primarily. So our team isn't very, you know, well organized, but I also feel like that's because you can't really pull aggro. We haven't found a spell to pull aggro to block yet. If we can do that, we can focus all of the defense on block and all the healing on block and all the evasiveness on block and then just spam out attacks and spells while he's defending, we'll be doing so good. We just need to get a spell to pull aggro, which I don't even know if that exists, but hopefully it does. We'll find out one day, but for now, we'll leave it there, and I excitedly await next episode. Next time, we'll do it. Alright. Bye-bye!